Hi you guys, welcome back to Feminism on Trial. So I've kind of coming a little bit closer because I have to be a little bit quiet. I hope you can hear me. I live with some friends. They are not of my same political leanings, but I had a thought. You know how we've got this whole pandemic going on? Plandemic? Oh, I mispronounced it, excuse me. Censorship. I meant pandemic. You know how there's teachers unions in LA and Chicago, and you know the vaccine is out. They've done some mitigating, like they've got plastic separation, and some of them have new ventilation systems. Some of them have partitions. Teachers have been creative. At least in the beginning, they were posting pictures of how they could arrange their classrooms. But now, overwhelmingly, they don't want to go back to work. They don't want to go, I should say, they don't want to go back to the classroom to go back to work. And there's all these reasons why it's much safer now. Supposedly, you know, children don't generally pass it on to the teachers, etc. So why don't they want to go back? Why don't they want to go back? One of the people in my household is a teacher, so I don't want to offend her. I love her, but like most people, she's misguided. So I kind of say, forgive her for she knows not what she does. That's just how I have to think of it. Anyway, it's a personal thing. But these teachers have been home. They've been home where they belong, with their own children, not raising other people's children. They've been home. Some of them have been teaching online, but most of them have been at home, and they belong there. And now that it's time to go back into, you know, the teacher workforce, they're finding every reason and excuse not to. And my hypothesis is, being at home, they were very comfortable, and they should be, because that's where they belong. Women belong at home. That's where we are safe. That is where we tend to our children. That is where we keep the home. That is where we prepare for our, excuse my little dog who's making a little growl over there, and a little woof. That's rude. I just wanted to hop on here and say they don't want to go back because they're at home where they belong, with their own children and their husbands. It's against their instinct to go back. And I bet that's going to happen with a lot of other people who, you know, it's now safe for them to go back to work. For women, I should say. But they're not going to want to, because they want to be where they belong, and they are going to naturally be happiest there. So that'll never be in any media. But women know. And usually if they've pursued their career, by the time they start hitting 30, they start realizing, no, I need to have babies. And then once they have babies, they start feeling guilty for leaving. So it stands to reason that they just don't want to go back because it's not where they belong. And it's sad because, like all of us women, we were lied to. If we're victims in any way, that's how we're victims. We're victims of the feminist movement, lying to us, telling us we don't belong at home, we belong, you know, in our career, we belong out there in the workforce. Now the women have been home, and they know differently. But they also know they can't admit it because other women give pressure, and it's confusing because you'd have to change your entire worldview to realize home is where you belong. Hit subscribe. Have a good rest of the day. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you think that's part of it. Have a good day, you guys.